Well, hello everybody. Gautam Sharma here from Flight Right. We're doing a Class Delta departure today. So for all my non-aviation friends, we've got different types of airports, different classes of airports. We've got Class Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Golf airports. So I'm at Fort Worth Springs right now. So this one is a Class Delta airport. And I thought I'll share with you the radio communications we got to make when we depart from a Class Delta airport. So let's do it. So the first step we do in any airport, when you depart from or arrive at any airport, the first thing you got to do is get the weather. That's the most important thing. So I'm going to tune into the ATC frequency. ATC stands for Automated Terminal Information System. So it's a frequency that broadcasts weather messages in a loop. So I'm just going to tune into the ATC. For this airport, the ATC is going to be 120.02. So I've tuned into my ATC, and I'm going to listen to the weather broadcast, and that's going to be my first step.
Forward Sphinx, ATC information X-ray 21490 Zulu observation, wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 90, dew point -4, altimeter 3029er. Visual approaching use, active runway 35 left and right. Advise controller on the next will contact your information X-ray.
The altimeter is 3029er. That's one of the most important parts. So we've got to set the altimeter here in the Colson window, which is 3029er, and that will lead the altimeter to indicate the field elevation plus or minus 75 feet. So that's what we look for. And he said information X-ray. So this weather information gets updated every single hour, and when they make this update, they're going to tie it with an information. So when we call the ground controller, we got to say that we have information X-ray so that he knows we got the latest weather information. It's kind of a way to cross-check if we actually got the latest weather information. So we have information X-ray, and with this information X-ray, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the ground control. That's my next step, and let him know that I'm ready for taxi and I have information X-ray. The ground frequency for Sphinx is 119.47. Sphinx ground, good afternoon. Skyhawk 733 Uniform Delta is at Sphinx Flight Center. We are ready to taxi with information X-ray.
733 Uniform Delta, Sphinx ground, runway 35 left, taxi via Alpha Hotel.
Runway 35 left via Alpha and Hotel, 733 Uniform Delta. Okay, so he said taxi to runway 35 left via Alpha and Hotel. So that's what we're going to do. So taxi to runway 35 left via Alpha and Hotel. So here's Alpha, and if you look at the airport diagram, so this one is going to be Alpha, and this one's going to be Hotel. So that's the first step. So you call the ground controller, you tell him where you are. So I told him that I'm at Sphinx Flight Center. And what's your tail number? My tail number is Skyhawk 733 Uniform Delta. And then I tell him that I'm ready to taxi. I tell him my intentions. And I also tell him that I have the latest weather information, which is X-ray. So these are the 4 pieces of information that he's going to need. And once you give him these pieces of information, he's going to give you the taxi instructions. So all the information about the airport frequencies, like, what is the tower frequency, what is the ground frequency, what is the ATC frequency, we get all of them in the chart supplement. We either use the analog format, or mostly these days it's all available on the iPad. You just pull up your iPad and see what are the frequencies of a given airport, and the iPad is going to give you all the information. It's a nice day to fly. It's pretty sunny. Not too many clouds, which are going to cause any disturbances to our flight path. Alright, so I'm going to do my engine run up here. I'm going to skip that on the video. Alright, so I've done my engine run-up. So the next thing that I got to do is I'm going to go hold short of the hold short line. You cannot cross that line without clearance. And then I'm going to call tower and let him know, once again, my tail number, my position, my intentions, what am I going to do, and where am I going to go after takeoff. So that's the hold short line, you can cross it. And we are at 35 left at hotel, that's where we are. So I'm going to call the tower. Springs Tower, good afternoon, Skyhawk 733 Uniform Delta, holding short of 35 left at hotel, ready for takeoff, and we'll be doing a VFR west departure.
Cessna 733 Uniform Delta, Springs Tower, hold short, runway 35 left, landing traffic.
Hold short, 35 left for landing traffic, 3 Uniform Delta. Okay, so he's asking us to hold short for landing traffic. Probably there's someone coming. Yeah, I see a landing traffic. So once he lands and he's clear of the runway, we will probably get a takeoff clearance. And once we get that, we are good to go. Okay, I see the landing traffic. It's a nice V-tail airplane. I'm going to pull up just a little ahead so that once he asks us to take off, we can just go ahead and take off.
Nanza 31 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left taxiway Echo. You can monitor ground, taxi to park.
Left on Echo, taxi to park, monitor ground, Foxtrot Sierra.
Cessna 733 Uniform Delta, runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff, west departure approved.
Runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff, west departure approved, Skyhawk 733 Uniform Delta. Okay, so he's given us the clearance. So that's pretty much it. So now we're going to just go, take off.
Approaching runway 35 left. Entered runway 35 left, 5,900 feet remaining.
Okay, all instruments, green, green, green. Everything looks good. We're lined up with the center line. Alrighty, full power. Power set. Airspeed's live. Wait for 55. 55. Okay, climb checklist. Airspeed is VY, mixture rich, throttle full, engine instruments are limits.
Traffic, 12 across, very close,
500 Delta will watch the traffic. So we keep climbing until we are about 700 feet off the ground, which we are. So I'm going to go ahead and make my left turn. So we got to stay on the tower frequency until we leave his airspace. And he explicitly says until he explicitly says frequency change approved.
Traffic, 10 across, 2 miles, 500 feet below.
Three Uniform Delta, traffic in sight, no factor. Still climbing at VY. and we just wait for the tower to let us know when to leave its frequency. Okay, cruise checklist, power set, mixture, we don't have to lean it. Landing lights, as desired, engine instruments, everything is in limits.
Uniform Delta, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 3 Uniform Delta. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Okay, there you go. So he said frequency change approved. That means we can go off his frequency. We are done departing the Class Delta airport and the area. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care.